What's up, good people? I'm gonna start this video off by introducing myself. Hi, my name is Ponitac. I was born in Flint, Michigan, and I'm the age of 24 right now. I ain't trying to start this video for no BS cliche, you know what I'm saying? But basically, I'm giving you brief information. I own, as you can see, a 1997 Pontiac Firebird. It ain't much, but it's mine. It's mine. Nah. I'll give y'all a little moral background story of the car. I bought the car back in December 2017, back when I was working for O'Reilly's, part-time job. I made $9.25 an hour, which is crazy. And I came off a sweet deal on this car. So it all started one day. I was just driving downtown, and I was like, man, I've been saying for the longest, man, I'm gonna give me a sports car. I want a sports car. I want to have fun. I didn't care if it was a V6 or V8 because of when you at that age and you like a nice car and you see it, you want it. You don't care if it's the top of the line or the base model because it don't matter. As long as people do it anyway, you're gonna take the motor and trans or whatever out anyway. So that's why I didn't really care about the motor and stuff. I wanted the body, which people be forgetting. You want the body. You know what I'm saying? I understand people buy the top level trim car and then swap out everything in the car. Suspension, engine, trans, the whole powertrain and suspension. That's another story for another day. But the north story of this car is like I was just driving. This is during the winter time too, and it was snowing. That's the best time to buy a sports car. But if people say otherwise, people don't realize supply and demand, how that works. Sports cars, people get rid of them. That'd be the best time to buy it because of over the winter time you can work on them. But let me not get off subject. Back on subject, crossing with the car. So I seen the car down the street. I was like, man, I gotta have that car. And then all of a sudden, it was in the yard at first. I just kept eyeballing like, man, I'm gonna get this car one day. Man, I don't know how, but I'm gonna get it. So I ended up, again, kept eyeballing it. I'm trying to think of how it's to go because it's been a long time. I forgot the name of the place. I'm thinking the name of the place. I think it's called Mike's Auto or something like that. And then they end up moving, and then like about, I want to say a couple days later, they end up moving the car on the side. Like when you come in it was parked on the side right there. And then all of a sudden the price was $15.50. I'm like, dog, that's not a bad price for a sports car. I didn't know it was a V6. So I seen the car for $15.50. And I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get $15.50, but I'm gonna try to figure out some way how to do it. It was amazing what happened. And so when I ended up calling him, mind you, the car, it was $15.50 posted. I called the guy. All of a sudden, he was like, I said, how much you want for that Firebird? $15.50? I was trying to talk him down to at least like $1,300 or something like that. He was like, man, you give me $1,000, you can have it right now. That's a whole $550 put into my pocket. You cannot beat that. So I was like, oh man, that's what's up, that's what's up. I was so excited, I was stuttering and mumbling. And I was like, all right, man, you give me 2 weeks, I get you the money. But mind you, I make $9.25 an hour, so in 2 weeks, I can only get half the money, the $500. And so he was like, all right, man, I'll put it to the side for you. So I'm in the truck just geeking, going crazy, like, oh, I'm about to give me a sports car, whoop, whoop. So I called my mom. My mom, she gonna laugh at this. She's like, you shouldn't have bought a sports car, and you know what I'm saying, they good for winter time. Me, I didn't really care because of this is something I wanted. I had my eyes on it. And then turns out it's a T-top. It's a T-top version. It's a T-top. I didn't really know that these cars came in T-tops like that. I thought they came in drop tops and hard tops. I completely forgot about the T-tops. And I love the T-tops. It's just the real deal glass roof. When you get inside the car, you can literally see the stars. I got the real stars. Not the Wraith, not the very bright headliner done. I got the real stars in here. I can see the real sky. But back on the subject. So yeah, I was like, man, I gotta get that car. So I ended up getting the money. I think it was like late at night. I asked my mom, can she drop me off? Not drop me off, drop me off there. And I ended up checking the car out. When I seen the car, I was like, man, like it's a beauty. It really had no rust on it as far as the The body ain't really got too much rust on it. You might see a little glimpse in here like that. Needs a new paint job for sure. Needs paint correction, all that type of stuff. This is before I even did anything. The car's completely factory. It had original radio. When I had a car, it had like, y'all gonna be mad at me, it had over I don't remember, it had like 180,000 miles on it. Me personally, I'm not that type of guy that really cares about miles. If I want the car, I'm going to drive the car. I don't care about miles. Everybody cares about miles. The only thing I care about was the car maintenance. Can it drive? Can it get on the highway? And does the AC work? Apparently the AC doesn't work in this car, but due to being up north, it's not really too much a big deal because I can take the tops off, and when you drive, it's nice and cool. The only big problem is if you stay in a neighborhood where it's a lot of sun that can get annoying because of how big the windshield is. Actually, how sloped the windshield is. It's like sun just beams in here. And so I ended up checking the car out. Man, I'm talking about somebody excited. I'm like a little kid again. When I first get my little Hot Wheels car, I was just big excited. So I'm just checking away. He was like, "Yeah, my name." I ain't gonna give his name out. He gave me his name. So like we went exchange numbers. I think the next day I had got paid, and then I had asked my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Gino the Prince. He had took me up there. to get the car. So I end up, mind you, it's the wintertime, snowing. And I still drove the car to test drive it. I was so excited. And this is my first time ever having a sports car so low. So it felt like literally my behind is floating on the ground. Because I'm like, man, I don't know how people sit in low cars, but until you get in one, it's like, wow, I see why. It's actually quite comfortable. Ooh, that was a B. So I was like, man, look, I only got $500. I can give you half now and half later. Do you take payments? He was like, sure. He was like, sure, we can work something out. Well, mind you, I gave the guy $500 in cash, and he already gave me the title. I'm like, man, look, I ain't finna mess up over you, dude. I work down the street at O'Reilly. She's like, oh, you work there? You know, so-and-so. I was like, yeah. He's like, all right, cool. I got people's down there, so you know what I'm saying? I always know where you at, so ain't like I can just get off on him like that. I was lucky as heck. So I ended up driving the car around. I'm all excited. But it took me a long time to be like, all right, I'm finna start recording and posting of this car because I wanted to modify the car and record it. So I'm basically trying to build a platform off this car. I'm trying to bring back FBodies. Where are all the FBody owners? I was going to say, this is a V6 or a V8. He was like, it's a V6. I'm not that type of guy. Oh, man, I want the car. I was like, all right, cool. The car don't sound too bad. So I ended up buying the car, and, man, I was just so excited. It didn't have the rims that you see on it. Now it has some different rims. It actually had Camaro rims on it. Camaro rims on it from the other 4th gen. I didn't too much really care. I'll come back to the dealership. All of a sudden, somebody hitched the car. Like, he said somebody slid and hit the car. Me, I'm like, oh, I'm disappointed. But when you see it, it's still there till this day. I haven't got the money to fix it because I want to document it. And you gonna call me crazy? Yes, I've been driving around with a messed up quarter fender for about, I'm gonna say a good little while. So he was like, all right, man, since somebody hit the car, I skipped over that whole part. I'm gonna tell you the title. So basically the more story, he was like, since somebody hit the car, I'm gonna drop it down to, believe it or not, $850. Yes, $850. So I gave him, like I said, the $500. He gave me the title. In about another 2 weeks, I had gave him the rest of the $350. You talking about somebody was so excited. Number one, I got a sports car. I always wanted to be that guy doing donuts. Like somebody was behind me. I always wanted to be that guy doing donuts and burnouts for no apparent reason, showing off. And I finally got to do that. And then later, that's another video. And then I was so excited. I'm like, man, I'm coming home. I showed up my mom, showed my auntie. It was like, congratulations. It's one of those things that when you buy a car like this, and you drive around town, guess what? you start seeing them more often. So yep, I got real lucky on this deal. I'm talking about I got real lucky and blessed. I guess this car was meant for me. Cause when I bought it, I was instantly wanted to modify it, but I was so excited I didn't know where to start. I didn't know where to start. So the first thing I did, the first thing mod I did was put lights in it. I didn't go full on ricer. Everybody like to say ricer. I just put some interior lights in that you get from, like I said, I worked at O'Reilly's. Well, yep. That's the moral story of how I got this car. People wanted to know. Like I said, it ain't much. It's mine. Yes, it's a V6. And then here come the people, oh, you should have got a V8. No. Get what you can afford in your pockets. I'm tired of people telling you. And that's another thing, I'm going to address this. Whatever I do to my car, it's my car. It's my money. Fuck what you got to say. Fuck your opinion. I accept feedback, but don't tell me how to do or modify my car. I'm not the type of guy that I will modify my car to your liking. No. Because I'm that type. Most likely, I might put some rims on this car, some 22s. And yes, it's going to make a lot of people mad. And no, I do not care. With that being said, please like the video, share, comment, and subscribe.